Hey guys, welcome to Oak&IV Skyrim. Alright, the story thus far. See the earlier videos. Right now, our protagonist, Griboag, run away from the College of Whispers, run away now from the School of Spellcasting, is in front of Langley's cabin, where he's just discovered something about his friend, Inigo the Brave. So it turns out that there is a prophecy, the Inigo prophecy, and that Inigo is the champion, the savior of all of Nirn, which makes Gribo the sidekick. Gribo has to think about this carefully. I mean, it's not every day that you discover that your best bud is also the savior of the world, which leaves you in the awkward position, if you're a coward, of having to either accompany the savior of the world as his comic relief, or find some way to get out of this so that you don't, get killed in order to give him something to avenge. Sofia's story is simpler. She's just wacky. You know I find you adorable, Sofia. Let's go inside. We have a little bit of quick revenge to take on Langley, and then we're off.
Come in.
Good to see you, Langley.
Inigo, I've been thinking, when you're not out adventuring with your friend, where do you stay?
I have a place in Riften. It is a bit cramped, but it is dry, and it often smells interesting.
Well, if you ever want to come and stay with me, you're more than welcome. It could be beneficial to our cause.
That is very kind of you, but I do not wish to intrude.
You wouldn't be intruding at all. If you decide to move in, I'll make you a sleeping area. There's no shortage of timber around here.
Thank you for the offer. I will certainly consider it.
Good. I'll consider making some renovations then.
This is Langley, Inigo's stalker and Inigo's, apparently, mentor. Langley was...
Just look at that stunning view. What? I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at... Okay, I was looking at you.
Sofia, a kind word turneth away wrath, but not this time. Langley is going to meet a terrible fate. Possibly. Let's go have a real adventure.
Note, most issues with one's acquisitions can be solved by paying attention and reading the included instructions. Common sense, really.
I should probably read the books that I was given, huh? Oh, do it, damn it!
Idea. A frozen eyeball stays frozen for a long time. In warmer lands, iced eyes could be dropped into drinks to keep them cool.
I never knew that Langley chatted to himself like this when he was at home. And yes, you can basically use this as a player home if you so choose.
Research. The spiders of Skyrim need to drink more liquid than any other strain, due to their excessive drooling and unfortunate spit reflex.
Alright, maybe I won't kill you. Off we go. Alrighty then. Let's head back to Smuggler's Haven. Something going on down there. Looks like wolves hunting elk. No reason for us to get involved. Alright guys, we're heading back to Smuggler's Haven. And after we get back to Smuggler's Haven, we will see about resuming a nice, normal, completely adventure-free life. Okie dokie. Am I seriously being attacked by elk? No, I'm being attacked by wolves. Oh, that's annoying. I may just invest in a mod that makes the wildlife of Skyrim non-hostile. I don't like running the script in the background. I don't
When
like running
people
the
think
cloak
of wood
spell.
elves, they usually think of trees, but not me. I'm a little too embarrassed to say what comes to mind.
I don't really like running the cloak spell, but at the same time, I also don't really like having to kill everything
My soul
Yes.
demands release.
in order to get from point A to point B. Really?
This world just got a little cleaner.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, Inigo. I'm currently taking
Thank you.
this
I
again
needed that.
at about 4 in the morning. So if I sound incoherent, well, gosh darn it, I am. Do you have anything interesting to say? Any
I
thoughts?
am thinking I am relieved we got to the bottom of my mind problem.
Why are you looking at me like that?
If you do not mind, when we have a moment, I would like to discuss something with you. Remind me next time we are seated somewhere safe. Langley's house would be a bad idea, though. What I want to discuss concerns him.
Okay, we'll rest our legs and have a chat soon.
Good. It is not a pressing issue, just something I would like to hear your opinion on.
Well, that sounds ominous.
No, nothing at the moment.
How are you doing, Sofia?
What is it? Sure. What's on your mind?
So, has there ever been anyone special in your life is basically the start of the romance-related conversations. I'm trying not to do that until I'm sure the conditions are high enough that I won't block the romance. I really have to read the manual and figure out how that works. So, how are you feeling?
Bored? Can't we do something a little more exciting? Like insulting a Jarl or punching a sleeping dragon? Actually, that's probably going a bit too far, even for me. Yes, let's go.
And way over there we see the statue of Azura in early morning light. That's nice. Alrighty. So, we're going to head back to Smuggler's Haven. We will drop off the money that we've received, the goods we've received. We'll get another job. Life can't possibly be adventurous anymore, and someone else can deal with all those problems.
Have you ever
in
tried
Icicle
bareback?
Valley.
I didn't like it. It started to make me a little sore after a while. I rather enjoyed our little chat.
Righto. Uh-oh. Alright, bend will again.
Help! God, no! I can take you.
And let's give the Summon an Ego spell a try, shall we? I'm very sorry to do this to you, Bandit Defender. But we both know that you were just waiting to turn hostile again. Well, I feel bad. I like your outfit, Zora. And yours, Sofia.
Well, that was embarrassing. Brought to the ground by a couple of weak little bandits. I even had a plan, too. I was going to charge in and catch them off guard. Take all the thinking out of it. Only I tripped on the stairs on the way up. Story of my life.
In the heat of battle, things happen. What happened after you tripped?
I nearly fell over the edge before one of the bandits, of all people, pulled me back. Then the two of them started using my face as a target dummy. The sad thing is, if we fought in an empty room, I could slay a dozen of these jesters, as clean and easy as the snow and frost fall. But out here, sometimes I feel like I'm fighting underwater. Nothing ever seems to go right.
Are you all right?
I'll be fine. If there's one thing I can handle, it's a beating. My sister Bertilde always said I was tougher than a mammoth and half as smart. She was a real slaughterfish, my sister. People who are willing to tell the truth when it's cold and hard and naked on a fork. They usually are. It's been a long time since I've seen her or my brother-in-law. Maybe it's time to stop adventuring and come back home.
I can escort you to Dawnstar. I like the way that with interesting NPCs you always have an option to be a complete jerk. Well, try not to get yourself killed on the way back. Now, I can escort you to Dawnstar.
I just need a couple of hours to get my stamina back. I know it's hard to believe given what happened, but I am a strong fighter. Hell, people say I'm one of the most promising warriors to come from the Pale in a long time. Someday, I will prove them all right. If you want, we can talk at length later, but first I want to get back to Dawnstar. I'm staying at my sister Bertilde's. And the name's Ticrid, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Alright. Ticrid is from interesting NPCs. Her appearance has been modified in my game. I have 2 mods that change the appearance of interesting NPCs. Ticrid's face is, I believe, from Hot Interesting NPCs, HOTT. You'll find a link for that below. I'm also using one other mod that modifies the appearance of interesting NPCs. Basically, and again, the link for that will be below under Seymour. I love interesting NPCs. It is by far my favorite mod for adding new NPCs to the game. And it does an incredible job at that. Wonderful quests, great companions, great dialogue and voice work. I cannot recommend it highly enough. But I was just bored with the old appearance of them after X number of playthroughs, and I like these mods that are changing their appearances. Let's open this chest. 1 second. Alright. We've done our looting off stream. Most of it anyway, other than casting this spell. Tickrit has a very good quest line herself, but we're not going to be doing that right this minute. That's ominous noise. A creepy and horrible door. I'm out of here. Coward, remember? And here's the boat. Alright guys, all the goods have been loaded up. Let's get back to Smuggler's Haven, shall we? Just a peaceful, quiet day in Smuggler's Haven.
So you're good with picking locks? I like to think I'm good with picking locks too, but judging by the number of corpses lying around with lockpicks and merchants selling them, I think it's fair to say everyone must be up to no good these days. So watch yourself.
I don't like the way that the light is bleaching everything. So let's turn off our candlelight. And you are quite right, Sofia. Too many people picking locks these days. Into the warehouse. Salt Blood Sally. Job's done.
Good. Here's your coin. I've got more work if you're interested.
Sure. What's the next job?
I ain't asking you to kill an emperor if that's what you mean. To bring the payment to Windhelm and pick up the goods.
Okay, I'm in.
Good. Take the payment to the contact at that Dummer Club in Windhelm. Bring back the goods. And don't drink it all on the way back.
Alrighty then.
Mr. Dragonfly would like to take a moment to remind you that he is invaluable and irreplaceable.
I quite agree.
I'm hoping you get a good deal in here.
You notice that Inigo
Do not
recognizes
get
this as
ripped
a
off.
store? Ah, you took the chair, man. I was going to sit in that chair. And you took the other chair. Alright, Inigo, let's go sit down in the pub. What could possibly go wrong in a pub? Guys, with me? Okie dokie.
Huh?
Come
Damn
on.
you!
Just stop the fire. Everybody else.
Well, that was a violent encounter. Hey, it's Mead. Hey, Mead. How are you, Mead?
If you're looking for more adventure, mate, well, count me out. I'm on vacation.
I could use a companion with a sense of humor.
It's mead, women, and song for me, thank you.
Quite right. Mead can indeed sing sea shanties, but it's a terrible risk. You'll have to decide if you want to take it.
I'm all ears. Well, not literally, of course.
I have something for you. This is slow scripts
I
today.
could get used to this.
I couldn't. I am genuinely wondering why my game is running a little slow. But, here, have some ale.
If I'm not mistaken, I would say you were trying to get me drunk.
No, you're not mistaken. I am in fact trying to get you drunk.
Oh, I love it, Chad. Especially when you listen.
Can I talk to you for a bit? How are you feeling?
A little bit dizzy. I think we need to slow down for a bit. All right then.
And now that Sofia is enjoying herself, Inigo, it is time for you and I to have a talk.
Uh-huh. I'm remembering the first time I got drunk. I awoke the next day with a shaved tail and an earful of goat cheese. It was quite a night.
I need
What
to
would you
do
have me
something.
do? Yes? It is good to be relaxing. Join me.
All right, time for the talk.
My friend, do you mind if I ask you something?
Go ahead, Inigo.
Okay. Langley is a very interesting man. He knows a lot about me, and there is a great deal of evidence that his visions usually come to pass. All that said, we have only just met him.
Have you
In
heard
your
my
heart of hearts,
impersonation of an
do you
Imperial?
think we can trust him?
Hot, you need to fill out this piece of paper before you can pass, because I will chop your head off and give it to the Thelmore. I'm so big and tough because I can pay someone to chop your head off in public instead of fighting you one-on-one.
Yes, I honestly believe
I
he's
feel
trying
the
to
same
do good.
way. He has many flaws, but who doesn't? Even though we have just met, he has been a part of my life for years. He is a good man. Hearing your opinion has eased my mind. Thank you, my friend. There is something else I am compelled to mention.
All right, quick note. Grebo actually has fairly complex thoughts about Langley. He doesn't really trust him, but he also recognizes a crazy stalker when he sees him. Langley does want to do good for Inigo. Langley does intend for Inigo to defeat the Doom Strider, and, probably Langley imagines a future where he is Inigo's trusted mentor and Inigo fights at his command. That's the real relationship I think Langley wants with Inigo now, though I will continue to accuse him of wanting to skin Inigo and wear him. Langley is basically the principal in a bad 90s teen comedy who is behaving in a totally inappropriate way towards a young student. Inigo is the student. But saying that to Inigo, A, isn't an option, and B, would probably be bad for Inigo. We want Inigo, who's been through a horribly hard life, to, learn to feel good about himself. So a little white lie in order to make Inigo feel better. What is it?
When you were outside getting those eggs, I told Langley about how you spared my life and my debt to you. He questioned my memory. He said my mind has been through a lot with this skooma, the grief, and the endless battles and so on. He suggested that maybe you are not the person I remember.
And thus you see how a little white lie comes back to frickin' bite ya. Obviously, Langley is trying to wedge himself between Inigo and Grebo. If he can convince Inigo that Grebo is not his old friend, if he can convince Inigo that Langley is his only true friend, why, he'll have more control over Inigo. And what might Langley do if he has more control over an ego? Well, we both know the answer to that, and frankly, it involves lots of very unfortunate Rule 34 stuff that I'm just not going to get into here. But, alright, obviously our little white lie is backfiring on us. We should have been honest from the beginning. A lesson that Grebo will never learn. You should be honest from the beginning, but does Grebo learn? No. So now, Grebo is going to have to tell a much more serious lie in order to make up for some of the damage he did with his little white lie. And this will certainly come back disastrously on Grebo in the future. That's ridiculous. We have a past together. I just don't remember much of it. And maybe it's even true. I don't know.
I know, that is what I told him. You are my friend to the end. Langley may know a lot, but he does not know everything. He is just jealous of our friendship. Pay it no mind. Anyway, that is all I wanted to say. Let us talk of other things.
Oh dear. The loot in your cell was full of arrows. I take it you prefer singing.
Yes. I have never been very good, though. I enjoy writing songs, but sometimes it is more fun just making up words as I go along.
Embarrassing me?
Improvisation
Everyone's
keeps the
looking at
mind
us.
sharp and boredom
Must
at
be you.
bay.
It couldn't possibly be me.
If I asked, would you sing something while we're traveling?
Maybe, but nothing too serious. I would rather save my proper songs for the Bard's College. For now, anyway.
Why?
Well, I know it is silly, but my songs are special to me. I would rather perform them in a special place. However, if you just want me to improvise something while we are traveling, maybe I can help you out. We will see.
Yes, indeed, we will see. Now, follow me, my good friend, to Windhelm,
You lead, I follow.
where we will go to another pub. Well, Sofia's
You're
having
a
fun.
funny-looking pretty girl, but you're also kind of ugly and attractive at the same time.
You know, one ale. This is the result. Come along, Sofia.
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you want something?
You could order her to quit being so drunk, but I do like the alternative dialogue, so let's stick with that for a while.
Did you just call me fat?
Hey there, Gaia. Hello!
Nothing is free in this world. Everything costs coin. That'll be 2 coins, please.
So Grebo has been hearing a few rumors around town about this place called Armada. Let's ask Gaia about that.
What's there to tell? It's a bunch of ships tied together out in the ocean.
Alright, we've heard a few little rumors about Armada. We've looked around the pub a bit. Guys, want to leave through the cellar door? Sure, let's leave through the cellar door. Nothing that exciting out here, but hey, it's the cellar. Maybe something will happen here later. Alrighty then. We're off to Windhelm. Again, even though we could teleport or fast travel, it's more immersive to take the boat. Just going to run up there briefly and talk to that blacksmith. See if he has anything to say. Basically, I'm looking for rumors. And stuff.
Hmm?
No, Thatch has nothing to say to us. Okay. Off we go to the boat. The one enemy that we can never defeat. Something under the water where it is immune to attack. Oh, I hate that nonsense.
Is it me, or are the priests in Skyrim all perverts? I said I had injured my leg, and one of them told me to remove my clothes, so he could use his healing hands on me. Needless to say, he needed a bit of healing himself after that.
You're a tough kid, Sofia. Let's head out of here. To Windhelm. Alrighty. Really, you're still here, Kajor. Maybe you just came back. And there's a dragon still circling over there. Someone should really go deal with that. Like you, maybe.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf.
There are a lot of really good city replacers and city upgrades right now. I do not like using stuff that just adds graphically to a city. The problem as I see it is that when you just change the appearance of a city, often you're going to find that your mod interferes with mods that add quests and adventures, that add NPCs, that add stuff that, to me at least, makes the game richer and more entertaining. I do use a lot of mesh and texture replacers because those don't break quests. But when it comes to the actual architecture of the city itself, I prefer to stick with vanilla. All right. Windhelm is not a beautiful place. Store. But remember, we're going pub crawling. And here's the pub.
That's close enough.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
What's the
Make it
problem,
quick.
Amorous? Afraid I'll soil your precious balls?
Hello, contact.
This is the last
Sally
time I'll
sent
see
me.
you. Get out.
Ah, lovely
Fine.
coin.
I didn't want any
Everything
of
you
your
need
piss
is in
water
the boat
anyway.
at the north end of the pier.
Thank you, contact. Well, that was quick.
How are we
Yes.
doing over here?
All right. A quick word
Thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind.
about role-playing games versus more traditional kinds of stories. The rule in traditional storytelling is simple.
I was wrong.
In traditional storytelling, you want a continuity of effect. Everything in the story builds towards a single point, a single moment. Nothing appears in the story that does not have to do with the story. Now, there are writers who mess around with that, of course. There are storytellers who fill every corner of their universe with odd little details that never show up again later. But the basic principle is the same. Everything is building towards that climax. If you see a gun in Act 2, somebody had better get shot with it by the end of Act 3. Well, role-playing games are not like that. Or more correctly, computer role-playing games are not like that. Tabletop role-playing games are. In a computer role-playing game, you are rewarded
There's plenty more where that came from. Just give up.
for exploring every little nook and cranny, grabbing every piece of loot you come across. In the Elder Scrolls world, you're basically supposed to read every random book you find. And it's even more so with mods. With mods, everything that happens, of course, is leading towards one plot.
Black horse comes.
But in this room you have characters from 2 different mods, 3, 4 different mods. You go down the stairs.
The Grey Quarter's
5th
not
mod.
much to look at now, but it wasn't always
6
so bad.
mods.
What can I do for you?
7 mods. 8 mods.
Yes.
And I'm fairly sure even Morvia here is from interesting NPCs. Yep. Take a look. 3dnpc.esp.
What do you want?
Another interesting NPC. See? So here's the deal. Right now we're concentrating on Oak and Ivy. We're concentrating on Old Aroni and Icicle Valley. We're taking a little side trip now and again into Amorous Adventures, and we will get to hundreds of other mods, and at least 20 or so different quest mods are floating around in this install somewhere. And we're going to get to as many of those as we can. But right now, the focus has to be on Old Aroni. So let's focus on that.
Oh, did you need something?
Ha-ha! Jump cut! We are back in Smuggler's Haven, in the warehouse. I'm back, baby.
I think you have a knack for this line of work. Got more? Interested?
Work where nobody tries to kill me? Absolutely! Where's the next job?
Got a pickup in Solitude. Usual, right?
Excuse me. Solitude? The capital. They're like Imperials in the capital, right? What the hell. I'm off then.
Good. Get over to the Solitude docks. It's a new contact, so be cautious. Just get in and get out.
Right, guys. What do you two think? I mean, obviously, Solitude is a little dangerous for us. Well, for me. But I don't look much like the prisoner who was on the run from the Imperials. I mean, I'm wearing School of Spellcasting robes and such from Icicle Valley.
So, you're pretty good at using a weapon with both hands. Then again, you would need to be, with a weapon of your size.
I think Sofia is trying to say that we should stop playing around and just butch up and go to Solitude. I mean, they're never going to guess that I am the same Griboag they were trying to execute. Right, Inigo?
You have something to say? You have my full attention. There is nothing for me in my homeland now. This is where my heart says I should be. What's next?
Sofia, how are you feeling?
Was there something you wanted? I'm always ready for a chat. I'm feeling a little bit naughty. Do you want to go and do something we might regret? Oh, no, I think you misunderstood. I meant as in getting into mischief, not the other kind of naughty. Although that would also be... no, I think I'll just leave it at that.
I think it's kind of
Let's
sweet.
not hang around then.
I think it's kind of sweetly shy that that level of flirting she was still unable to look at Grebo and instead was staring at the skooma bottle. Were you flirting with that skooma bottle? She was totally thinking about skooma. Ah, well, let's get back to the boat and off to Solitude. Ha! Jump cut to Electric Jumpaloo! Alright guys, you still with me? Alrighty. Now everybody just
Looking to hire a boat?
stay cool. That is an Imperial... Don't look at him.
Yes.
You won't notice. Imperial Investigator. Imperial frickin' Investigator.
Looking to hire a boat?
Oh, poopy. First, let's have some liquid carriage. And a bit of food. I need a sweet roll to comfort me. And a tomato. Tomato. There's like an Imperial Investigator right the frick there.
I'd sure like the idea of crouching down behind you. If you dare let one go, then you could forget me helping you.
You guys are insanely obvious, Solitude Guard. Someone named Dija.
Your current lack of a body is disconcerting.
Shh, Inigo, I'm undercover. I'm here for Sully.
Oh, Sally! Yeah, we go way back. I get the stuff loaded in the boat. Just wait over by the boat there.
How is she? How is she? Oh, guys. We are screwed. We are seriously screwed. Just gotta get back to Smuggler's Haven. Obviously, the Imperials are waiting for me to arrest me again. It was not that many spell books I stole from the College of Whispers. I can't believe they're still after me. Get back to Smuggler's Haven, damn straight. That's my entire plan.
Looking to hire a boat?
Come here.
We're boned. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you guys next time on Oak&IV Skyrim. If you liked the video, please like, please subscribe, and please share. Every like, every subscribe, every share really does help encourage me to keep making these videos. Thanks.